discuss the dynamics of life. And of course, guys, you already know what time it is. It's another exclusive interview with Dr. Brittany Ramsey,
Yes.
the fitness expert in the building.
Yes. Whoop,
Woo! Welcome, Dr.
whoop.
Brittany Ramsey. Guys, Dr. Brittany Ramsey is the muscle mind, no, the muscle mindset coach.
Yeah.
The muscle mindset coach. I love
Yes.
that logo for you. But Dr. Brittany Ramsey, could you please tell Real Life Topics podcast audience who is Dr. Brittany Ramsey?
Yes. Well, first, I just want to give you all a shout out. Steph, Kamisha, thank you for having me as your special guest today. I'm super excited for today's interview and our talk. We're going to talk it up, but I want to just shout out you all first for what you've been doing in the community, on the radio, like all the things. And this is just an honor and privilege to be amongst you all tonight. So thank you so much. But Dr. Brittany Ramsey, that's me. I go by Misfit Brit, the muscle mindset coach. And the muscle mindset coach, I got that nickname because I help high achieving leaders strengthen their discipline, their confidence, their resilience by training their body, and their mind together so that they can keep performing at a high level.
Yes. Okay. Well, welcome, Dr. Brittany Ramsey, to Real Life Topics Podcast. And of course, Real Life Topics Podcast is a part of WCHI Biggs Radio. And make sure you guys tune in to www.biggsradio.com. And of course, the views that we express on this program are not those of Biggs Radio Chicago. It's subsidiaries, affiliates, or sponsors. So, guys, again, it's Real Life Topics Podcast, and we got Dr. Brittany Ramsey in the building. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Let's
So let's get
go.
to it. Let's get to the questions. Dr. Brittany Ramsey, how long have you been a doctor?
Yes. So actually, I received my honorary doctor in 2024, but I've been in the fitness industry for the past 17 years, and I absolutely love what I do. I come from the bodybuilding industry as well. So I'm also a natural pro figure competitor. And also, I have a pro underneath me as well. I help women and men to, have a wow status within their body in just 8 weeks. Like I am a master at toning natural bodies. And so, with that being said, right now, all of my programs are all online. So you can live anywhere, whether you want to tone your body or lose 10 to 20 pounds or more, or you just want to get overall healthy. If you want to do all three, all of my programs help you to know what exercises that you need to do at your gym or at home. And also, I provide you with nutrition regimens to follow that are customized so that you are not guessing, and that way you can still enjoy your favorite foods. And so the majority of the clients that I work with are, high achieving leaders like yourself, ladies. They are, career driven women and men, entrepreneurs, women and men who have families. They're balancing life itself, and they're balancing putting themselves first. That's the biggest concern that a lot of my clients have before starting with me. They're like, I am struggling with finding the time to work out. I have family, I have my career, I have my partner, children. And so I give you simple, effective exercises to follow that are simple. So that way it's structured and organized. So you're not guessing, so that way you can keep performing at a high level. So I help you accommodate your schedule so you can keep showing up, prioritizing yourself.
So, what is your approach, even though you answered that question to a certain extent, but what is your
Yeah.
approach to nutrients and wellness advice? How do you
Yeah,
approach
so
people?
I believe that we should eat balance. I don't believe in dieting unless you have to get ready for a bodybuilding competition. That is the only time I will provide you with a diet, because that is more so on the extreme level. But for the everyday average person who wants to tone their bodies, have more energy, feel good, look good, I believe that, eating frequently throughout the day, 3 meals, will help you to increase your metabolism. Because a lot of times when we're not eating enough calories, or if we're just focusing on just too much cardio, or we're, bringing our calories down too low, we tend to find our metabolism slow down, especially if we're very stressed. When we are very stressed, we tend to increase our cortisol levels, which we then hold more body fat in our midsection and in our thighs. And so I teach you how to pull the body fat off for good, and also how to keep the muscle definition on you, because we literally lose, especially, once we get over the age of 40, we lose 3% of our muscle every year as we age. And so my main focus is teaching you how to strength train, no matter if it's been a few months since you last worked out, whether it's been a few years, even if it's been a couple of weeks. I teach you how to train your body, but also balance that with eating the proper, good fats, proteins, complex carbs that you need. So that way you're learning how to tone and build the muscle. A lot of times people will work out, many times, even consistently, but when they're still not seeing the results that they want to see, more than likely it's a possibility that their timing of their eating is off, because that's very important too. I teach everyone in my program about the correct timing of when you should eat. But combining the right foods with the right training is very important, and that's what we do. It is the biological link between our, physical strength and our mental clarity. So I connect the two, which is where the muscle mindset coach came from.
So how do you keep your clients motivated?
Great question. Okay, so when it comes to motivation, everybody is different. Like, you are either intrinsic motivator, like you don't need somebody telling you, hey, run a mile today. You're gonna intrinsically do that on your own, right? You love it. You don't need anybody knocking on your door saying, did you work out today? You're like, I got this. Now, you can also be externally motivated, meaning you actually need to win a prize, right? Get graded, or you're like, hey, you mean to tell me I can do a challenge? Like, people are sometimes motivated externally. Or the third way is obligation. Obligation motivation means you're like, well, I don't care whether I go to that party or not, but I feel obligated to go because I'm a woman of my word. I told her that I was going to come. I have integrity, so I'm going to go anyway. Or fitness wise, you're like, Coach Britt is watching me. Let me make sure I get this water in today. I feel obligated to get it in. So I always tell individuals, don't get frustrated when you lose your motivation. You just have to tap back into what you enjoy, what drives you. And in my program, I provide all three. So we have challenges within the challenge. We're tracking women and men weekly and daily. We don't let you go past 3 days of falling off. And so we give you that accountability and support. And a lot of times people lose their motivation because they never change their behavior. They set out a goal, to whether it's to lose 10 pounds or 100 pounds, but they never change their set point. And your set point is, just like we have a thermostat in our home, right? The thermostat is going to always come back to that normal set point, no matter if it's 0 degrees outside, right? So your set point, think of your set point as your daily routine. And a lot of times the reason why many people don't see the results that they're looking for is because, like I said, they set out a goal, but they never change the routine of their daily habits. And so I give you the success routine to follow, so that way you're constantly toning, you're constantly seeing results. No matter if stuff hits the fan or if your schedule gets extremely busy now, you still are showing up. Because the old mindset is, oh, I am tired. Ooh, I don't feel like coming home doing no workout, right? But the new mindset is, you know what? Yes, I'm tired. I had a long day today, but I'm doing it anyway. Let's go.
Yes, yes. Shout out to Mr. Cooper. Thank you for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast.
Hey, Mr.
So, Miss,
Cooper.
yes. So, Dr. Brittany Ramsey, how do you deal with a client who is not seeing results?
Yeah.
that they expected.
Yep. When I have a client who's not seeing results that they expected, we take a deep dive. We literally get on a call together to see what needs to change, because many times people just need to reset and regroup themselves, right? Because especially as high achieving leaders, when we fall off of our routine, we feel like the world is over. We feel like we are the worst person in the world. We're like, oh,
Okay.
see, I knew I
Yes.
was going to do this. See, I knew I wasn't going to do it this time. But no, you have to shift your mindset. And so the biggest shift that I've seen is our identity. The biggest shift that I've seen with seeing results is what we are saying to ourselves. So that's what we check first. If you've been telling yourself, I'm tired, oh, I'm too busy, oh, this is going to be too hard, oh, I don't feel like doing this, oh, all the things, then that's what your body is going to look and feel like. So we check the mindset first. And then I look into what the daily schedule is, because there is a success routine for you to follow. And if you're not following the routine, excuse me, that I give you, you're not going to see those results. And a lot of times we just have to go back in and check what's the water intake looking like, what the meal prep days are. Sometimes individuals just have to go back in and stay committed on that day and that time, because you need to keep your workout time the same every day. And when I say every day, that doesn't mean you need to work out 7 days out of the week. To see a ridiculous transformation, you need to be working out, I would say, a minimum of at least 4 days out of the week. So if they've only been showing up twice a week for their workout, you're not going to see the results. If you've only been showing up three, but you've kind of been falling off on your water and meals, you're not going to see the results. So we monitor all four of those areas. Just like we have KPIs in our business, we have KPIs for our fitness routine. And I always
Mhm.
say the same principles that we use for our career and business are the same principles that we have to use with our workouts. Your workouts are now a non-negotiable. Your workouts are your business meeting. And so we just tap in to what needs to change and modify. You don't have to start over. You just have to regroup and maintain. And so we work through that. And so I constantly work with clients, even beyond my 8 week snapback challenge. We have monthly maintenance plans as well.
So you have a snapback challenge as well. A snapback
Yes,
challenge. And what
yes.
certifications do you hold?
Yes, so I'm a certified personal trainer through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. I'm also a kinesiology specialist, and I also have my honorary doctorate through the Esteemed Leaders Christian Bible University. And also, I received the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award through former President Joe Biden and former Vice President Kamala Harris. And so, over the past 17 years, with those certifications and those honors, I've studied the thought patterns on what affects the way that we lose weight and gain weight. And so it's just been really amazing to see, even over the years, what has changed and transpired, excuse me, with fitness and wellness. And like I said, the biggest shift is us now being our biggest cheerleader rather than our biggest critic, because a lot of times we can be so hard on ourselves when it comes to our bodies. And I love motivating, encouraging, and inspiring individuals to show up and create healthier lifestyles. And so that's the work I've been doing.
Thank you for tuning in, Miss Tanya. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Baker.
Hey.
And so, what is your biggest personal training success story?
Yes. So I'll take Kia for an example. When she started with me, well, first she's a traveling LPN, so you can imagine very, very busy schedule, over the age of 40, and has children as well. And she started at 250 pounds, got down to 150. And that literally happened within 4 months. And so I'm just so happy for her success. I had another lady, Danielle, who a mother of eight, a mother of eight, who literally, I mean, transformed her entire body. I have pictures on my social media pages of the two. And she was like, Coach Britt, I just want my stomach to be flat. And if you see the before and after pictures, you will be so amazed, because, that's a big concern for a lot of especially women, women and men, to want to have a flatter stomach. And she did just that. She followed the system that I provided her with, and she got her stomach flat. And then I have Robbie, who at the age of 50 came to me to prepare for her very first figure competition. And not only did she win first place at her first competition, but she also won her pro card. And so I'm just extremely, just grateful to share those transformations. There's tons more, but those three ring a bell in my mind right now.
Miss Tanya says she has chronic grave disease. Weight has always been an issue for her. Ugh. She said,
Mm.
yes. But thank you for tuning in, Miss Tanya, and thank you for tuning in,
Yes.
Alfred. Thank you guys for tuning in to Real Life Topics
Yes.
podcast with this exclusive interview. So,
Yeah.
host, the other half, do you have any questions? No, no value, ma'am. No value. But
Well,
yes, so nevertheless, so we went from I have some more questions as well. So
Hello?
yes, I can hear you now. We can hear
You
you
hear me
now.
now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But the question I have is, what do you find some of the hardest habits to break when you're just starting into your workout program?
that's a great question. I would say the biggest challenge that I've seen over the years is the schedule. You know, making sure that you are not just going, because as you all know, I'm sure even some of the listeners can agree, we can get so used to putting others before us. We're the executors, we're the go-getters, we're the person that everybody is calling on to get things done. And many times ourselves, especially our bodies, is put on the bottom of our to-do list. And so I would say schedule is number one, because when you now prioritize your schedule, when you now say yes to yourself without feeling guilty, that's the biggest thing. Without feeling guilty, you are able to show up more powerful. You're able to stay productive. You're able to have more energy, and you're able to be physically fit for the calling that's on your life.
Mhm.
And when my clients see, they're like, "Oh my God, like I didn't know I can stay balanced like this." They get so excited and so happy, because it's not that you don't know. I have clients who've been athletes in the past. And sometimes that can be a struggle where you're like, man, I already know what to do, or
Hmm.
man, like
Hmm.
this is what I used to do, but it's almost like you have to get rid of the guilt or the shame of asking for help. And I always say, when we ask for help, we are able to accelerate fast into abundance. We're able to see our bodies transform. So, getting the help that you need with that schedule, to me, when people come to me and they get that help, it is game changer. It is like, say less. Oh, this is all I have to do. Okay, let's go. I'm on it. And knowing the why behind what you're doing is very important too, because a lot of times when people come home after a busy day, if they don't know why they need to be picking up that dumbbell and why they need to work out at a certain time or eat within 45 minutes after their workout, what's the point of doing it if I didn't know that information already? But once you learn it and you know it, it's like, okay, I'm on it. I'm on it. And I would definitely say, it's been scheduled, being able to find that balance, and I teach you what to do. Like, I give you a set schedule within my 8-week snapback challenge. I literally give you an entire calendar of what to do each day, so you don't have to guess.
Mhm.
We completely take the guesswork out. Myself, and I have coaches that work with me as well. Coach Wendy, she's our accountability coach. We hold you accountable. We support. We do mindset trainings every week together on Zoom with the entire team, where I go over with you any mindset blocks that have been coming up, any obstacles that you may face, because everything is connected. Whatever we're thinking about up here personally is what our body is going to look and feel like. So those mindset calls are powerful. I give you trainings on how to shift into your thinking of, no longer being your biggest critic. That has been
Mhm.
very important. And then I give you what to eat so you're not guessing. I give you where your calories need to be. I give you a variety of meals to choose from, because many times people are not sure what they should be eating based off of if there's any limitations that they're having. Like I think you said Miss Sonia had mentioned, was that Miss Sonia you said that's
Tanya.
experienced, Tanya, that's experiencing the Graves uh limitations that are happening within her body. You just have to get that help. Like, I also have a registered dietitian on my team who's board certified. She's also a naturopathic doctor. We work hand in hand to make sure that your hormones are balanced. So even Miss Tanya, if you wanted to get help connected with us, we will teach you what foods to eat so you can, have less pain. You can make sure that you're removing, the inflammation. You're staying hydrated. You're getting that energy back. And it doesn't matter what age you are. Let me be clear with that. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter where your fitness level is. I have something for everyone, so that way you can keep showing up at a high level for you, especially if you don't need high intensity right now. If you need gentle movements, I teach you what to do so you can still move your body, whether you're standing up, whether you're sitting in a chair. We give you total body exercises to work through anything that's happening. So, yeah.
So,
Yes.
so no two people are the same, of course. So
Yes.
how do you deal with, maybe I'm going to say, clients that are maybe more difficult than others?
Yeah. So I customize the program based off of your needs. And so if you've had knee injuries in the past, maybe you're working through, any back pain currently, I give you those specific exercises to work through so that you're recovering, you have that rehab. And so it's not a cookie cutter program. It's customized specifically for your needs.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, maybe I'm seeing someone that is having a hard time mentally with even just adjusting to the changes of beginning to work out and starting over again. How do you deal with those kinds of people?
Yeah, so someone like that will need to start off with gentle exercises, not very high intensity. You don't need a lot of hit training. The exercises that I will provide them with are going to be very simple that they can do literally in their family room. They won't even have to leave their house. I have a lot of individuals who are not ready to step into the gym yet. Many times I have clients who, when they do go to the gym, they're sometimes just going just straight to the treadmill, just doing the cardio because uh, they're sometimes afraid to go into what we call the pit where all the dumbbells are and the machines. But I teach you what to do from home first. And then as you work through the weeks of, progressing to being able to go into the gym, then I have a full entire program that teaches you how to work out from the gym as well, where I actually come to you once a month and I do what I call a VIP day with you. So that way I'm teaching you your form, your technique, where your seat position needs to be on those machines, where your starting weight needs to be so you're not guessing. So that way you're no longer walking into that gym just going straight to the cardio equipment. Now you're confident, you know what machine to use no matter what gym you have a membership at, and you feel good. Your body is toning because, like I said, we are losing about 3% of our muscle every year as we age. So we have to start strength training. And so I will teach you how to start off light,
Hmm.
using light resistance, whether that's your resistant band or dumbbells or even your own body weight.
Hmm.
Okay. And then we gradually increase our weight each week, because if you're not increasing your weight, you're not going to see that muscle definition and those lines and that tonation. Because a lot of my clients, they don't want to be big and bulky like a bodybuilder. No,
Hmm.
they want to be nice and streamlined. They want to be toned, but they want to keep their curves. The ladies and men that I work with, they want to keep what they already have but tone it up, so
Hmm.
that way it's nice and just streamlined. So no matter where they go, every turn they make, they're flat. They see the arm definition come out. And so, yeah, it's exciting. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun in my program.
It
Thank
sounds
you
like
for tuning
it.
in, Mr. Grant. Then Mr. Grant said, "Doctor dropping some game."
Hey, Mr. Grant. Thank you.
So, supplementing yourself
Mhm.
is a big thing when you're dealing with your health. So, what do you see some things that people may lack in as far as the supplements are concerned, as far as like maybe vitamins and things you may need to sleep, or things to give you energy, or things to build muscle, things of that nature?
Yeah, a lot of times I see a lot of people slacking in, like they're being very, having iron deficiencies, needing to, have more magnesium within their supplements, because some are not, sleeping well at night. That really helps as well, increasing their vitamin D. And the good thing is, especially with working with both me and Coach Kelly, who's in my program, we give you natural supplements that you can use. Now, if you are like, hey, I want some muscle enhancements or some steroids, then
Yeah.
I would not be the coach for you,
Okay.
because I
Right.
believe in natural. I believe in you eating foods literally from the ground up, what God
Mhm.
created. And so we provide you with, natural supplements that you can, consume throughout the day to, work on those areas for sure.
So, are you a nutritionist as well?
No, I'm not a nutritionist, but as I mentioned, Coach Kelly is.
Okay.
She's actually registered dietitian and a board certified. She's a naturopathic doctor. So we work hand in hand with the training and nutrition together. So we have, women, sometimes even men, who have gone through surgeries, whether that's gastric bypass surgery, sleeve surgeries. Um, you name it, the list goes on. So we have a vast variety of experience with working with, all different, ranges, women and men, even children as well. I'm really big on faith, family, and fitness. So
Mhm.
I always tell everyone, if you have family in the home with you, my program is great, because your family, they get to join in with you, even when it comes to the meals. These are meals that your entire family can enjoy. I give you a variety of meals to choose from, so that way it takes less than 10 minutes to make. You just choose what day you want to have as your meal prep day. And, like for an example, if you see oatmeal for breakfast and you're like, I don't really want to have oatmeal this morning, I want to have pancakes instead. Well, you'll be able to swap out the oatmeal for the pancakes. And I give you video demonstration, the ingredients, and the directions on how to make those meals. So it's just really cool to see, that so many people are like shocked but excited at the same time, because they're like, oh, we eating good over here.
You know what? A
Yeah.
lot of people think that when you get healthy, it's all about like what they call rabbit food, and you're just eating vegetables. But it's really
I,
about balancing out
yes.
those things for your better good. So your body
Yep.
takes in what it needs to, puts away what it. It's a science to it. So
Exactly. That's so funny that you said that. I was just about to say that, because I always say, like, you're not gonna have to worry about just eating chicken breast and broccoli all day while
right.
the rest of the family is eating something else.
I'm
No,
somewhat hangry.
right.
Somewhat
They're
hangry.
gonna be mad, but no, these are meals that you and your entire family can enjoy together.
That is good. Okay, so
Yep.
another question I have is just in general, because a lot of people, I think it's just it's miseducation, just as far
Mhm.
as your health and certain things that we need to do is concerned. So just I guess some advice for the general public on maybe some things that you can do to just improve your health on a daily basis.
Yeah, definitely. The biggest thing that I want to say is have a routine set in place. Don't deviate from it. We cannot just go, go, go and let life just carry us through without having a plan, because you're not going to see your body transform. If your goal is to tone up or lose weight, you have to have a plan, meaning you want to make sure that even today, right now, as you're listening, write down on that sheet of paper, okay, when I look at my schedule this week, not I don't know if I can get a workout in. No, you make the time. You say, okay, these are going to be my 3 days that I'm going to work out this week, or my 4 days. So whether you start off with, let's just say 4, What 4 days are you going to commit to this week? Whatever that time is going to be, try it out. It's all practice. Everything is trial and error. Put that time on that sheet of paper, commit to it this week. So, boom, you already got your workout time in. And like I said, I don't know if I mentioned, but even in my programs, I provide you with 30-minute workouts to follow through my fitness app. So I give you access to my 30-minute pre-recorded workouts where all you have to do is literally click play on today's date. You complete that 30-minute workout after you press play. Once you complete it and you mark it as done, I'll even know if you've missed the workout.
Oh,
So
okay.
the good thing is, you have that accountability and support. So even there, having that set system of your workouts, number one, is important. Number two, you cannot have your workouts without your meals.
Right.
And this is the missing piece because a lot of people, are pretty consistent with going to the gym and working out, but their eating is off. And what I mean by that is, first of all, in order for our metabolism to ramp up, you have to make sure that you're feeding it, because if you're only like eating, one time throughout the day, the body is like, well, shoot, I don't know if you're going to feed me until tomorrow, Miss Steph or Kamisha. So I'm going to hold everything into my fat storage cells. And if
Right.
we do that day after day, week after week, well, guess what? The scale is either going to rise or it's going to maintain the same. So
Mm-hmm.
if we now switch that up, where I teach you in my program to eat, like you remember breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I give you 3 meals in your mind to eat. I give you a regimen to follow. But if you eat, let's say at 8 a.m. for your first meal, the body is like a garbage disposal. It's ready to burn that up
Mm-hmm.
because it knows you're going to feed it again at 1 o'clock. When 1 o'clock gets here, guess what? It's going to burn that off because it knows you're going to feed it again at 6 p.m. So it's not going to store it into the fat storage cells. Now it's going to burn it off. Your metabolism increases. You have more energy. And so making sure that you have a set time, one day out of the week, or it can be two, for you to meal prep. When you meal prep, you need to make sure that you're setting out at least, 3 days in advance, or you can do a week out. A lot of people like to do about 3 or 4 days in advance so that way the food can stay fresh. But you have to make sure that you're increasing that metabolism. And this is the bonus. A lot of people don't know this, but when you get done working out, you have a 45-minute window to feed your muscles. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, if you get done with a workout and then you start putting a load of laundry in, then you start turning on the TV, or you start washing the dishes, you look up, 2 hours have gone by and you didn't eat. Well, guess what? That workout that you just did is now in vain. And we don't like to do nothing in vain.
Okay, shout out to Young Teasy. Thank you for joining Real Life Topics Podcast from Quality Music Management, the CEO. And Miss T Johnson, she had a question. Is intermittent fasting a good method for weight loss? I don't know.
Something happened to Mike, and I guess she'll be back. Something
Oh,
happened.
she'll be back. She'll be back. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, I'm back. Forgive me. I don't know what just happened.
Stuff happened.
Okay.
It's one of those days, apparently.
Yes, but well, let me know if you mentioned something else. But the
Well,
second,
We had a
oh,
question in
okay.
the comments, and Miss T Johnson said, "Is
Yes,
intermittent fasting a good method for weight loss?"
it is. I don't have anything, wrong with that system at all. What I do suggest is that you have to make sure that you strength train with that. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of times,
Ooh, the signal. The signal was bad.
What's going on? The full moon. I thought it passed already. What we got going on?
Yeah, that's the signal. That's
Because
her
my phone,
signal.
I've never had that problem, and I don't know.
Let's see. She should be able to add herself. Let's just. Yeah, it's the signal. It's her signal. But okay. So while we're waiting on that, let's try that again.
Here we
Okay,
go.
our signal was bad.
okay, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening here. But I wanted to just say that a lot of times when people are doing intermittent fasting or even or also like keto, they're forgetting to do strength training at the same time. So a lot of times they find themselves gaining their weight back or even worse. And so what we teach you how to do is make sure that you're implementing your strength training. So we teach you how to, still work out with lifting the weights, whether that's using dumbbells or even resistant bands. And when I say dumbbells too, like a lot of times people get nervous or scared because they're like, "Well, lift weights. So what does that mean? Do I have to lift heavy?" No, I'm talking about literally you having at home a pair of 5 pound dumbbells, a pair of 8 pounders, a pair of tens. And depending on where you are, we can talk deeper to see if you need even lighter weight than that. But I always say before you run to like a Walmart or Target, I always say run to Five Below first. Five Below has like the best fitness section. If you have that store near you, they have like the best fitness section, and their dumbbells are like $5 and like 96 cents. And so, starting off, especially in my program, the 3 pair of dumbbells that I have everybody start off with are 5 pounders, 8 pounders, 10 pounders. And then I teach you how to work and increase that weight each week. So that's very important. But yes, it is a good system to follow, but you have to make sure you're strength training, because when you are, bringing the calories down and not getting that carbohydrate in, we tend to lose the muscle, and the body actually needs the carbohydrate, the complex carb, to build that muscle.
And then you have the skinny fat look.
Yes, when you go to feel your arms, that's exactly right. When you go to feel your arms, it's going to be more so of a soft, saggier feel rather than that
Mm-hmm.
tight definition. So
Mm-hmm.
I teach you how to get the skin tighter to the muscle, which
Mm-hmm.
is why your water intake is going to be very, very important. Your water intake allows you to burn off more body fat too. A lot of people don't realize that. The more water you drink, the tighter your skin gets. When you're not drinking enough water, we tend to bloat more. We tend to hold more water on us, especially like if we are eating like a lot of breads, a lot of pastas, especially a lot of breads because it has so much sodium in it.
Mm-hmm.
We also tend to bloat more. So, in order to make sure that you're keeping your stomach flat, you're keeping that skin tighter, you want to make sure that you're strength training a minimum of 4 days out of the week, no matter where your fitness level is. Because remember, you can always start light and increase. The goal is not to have the mindset of perfectionism. We're not trying to be perfect. And that's where a lot of uh, powerful leaders go wrong. We're like, I wanted everything to be perfect. I want to get it right away. No, it's not gonna. If you haven't worked out in a long time, don't think you're about to do 50 push-ups right now. No. But I always say,
Really do
I
one.
don't care if you can do one push-up or 50,000. That is not the goal. The goal is to have longevity. The goal is to have overall health. The goal is to say, how do I show up daily and make this a lifestyle for myself? The mindset is, I need to be working out to the day I die. And so
Everybody, everyone.
everybody, no matter what age you are, no matter what fitness level. So that's why I say we don't focus on perfectionism in my program. We focus on progression. We focus on getting stronger. So that way you can increase, your cardiovascular endurance, have more mobility. You want to still be able to sit Indian style, no matter what age you are. You see what I'm saying? You want to still be able to squat, and you want to still be able to reach up and pick things off of the ground if you have to. That is the daily movement that we
Mhm.
want to focus on. And so when people hear that, it shifts their complete mindset. They're like, okay, let's go, I'm ready, because now you take that pressure off of you, if that makes sense.
So
Yes,
really, it's a
I be
lifestyle
noticing that.
change.
Yes.
It's a lifestyle change you're looking for, not just something that what they said the get quick diet where you just want to lose
Yes.
the weight for the time being, then you don't
Yep.
keep it, and then you have the upper. Because that's something that a lot of people do that's not good for the body. Well as losing and gaining weight, losing and gaining
Yes,
weight.
yes, it's that yo-yo effect, and when you have that, you lose your momentum. And so I that's why I teach you how to maintain, because yes, there's going to be some weeks where you do fall off. There's going to be some weeks that get extremely busy. There's going to be some weeks where things literally just jump into your schedule unexpectedly. And so you have to be able to adjust, but
Mhm.
still do it anyway. And that's where discipline comes from.
Mhm.
Discipline is when you show up even when you don't feel
Mhm.
like it. That's how
Mhm.
you stay consistent. And the body, we see results by the daily habits that we do, the daily wins, big or small. And so I always say, you showing up on the call today is a win. You drinking your water, getting that in today is a win. You putting the load in and getting the dishes done, that's still a win. And a lot of times we forget to celebrate ourselves
The
because
small wins.
yes. So
Yeah.
so yeah, it has to be a lifestyle change. Um, a daily routine. This is a goal that you want to have. And one thing that I really take pride in, I love to, because I'm a woman of faith, and I love to invite God into our fitness journey.
Mhm.
We pray at the end of our workouts, and I believe that God doesn't want us to just be good stewards over our careers and businesses. He wants us to be good stewards over our bodies.
Mhm.
And when we prioritize our body, we start to increase every area of our life. We have more
Facts.
peace.
Mhm.
We're
Mhm.
satisfied. We're fulfilled. We're happy. Like, don't you want to feel like that? It just
Even
makes you
even
smile.
financially, even financially,
Yes. And
you
when
will
we
gain.
prioritize our bodies, we increase our income. It's a non negotiable. I tell everybody, and so, I mean, people get more promotions on their jobs. I mean, money comes flying out of the
It's
sky. Why?
energy. It's
Because
energy. It's
everything is
energy.
connected.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, you're in alignment. And alignment is when you are spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially connected. Your actions are matching your words. That's when you
Mhm.
see abundance. You see what I'm saying? And so our body, it has to be in the forefront, because when you do that, like I said, not only do you increase every element of your life, but you're able to show up for your calling, for your
Mhm.
purpose. If you're drained and frustrated and overwhelmed, you have nothing to give. You're like, I'm over it. And so the clients that I work with, they're high achieving leaders like you all. They're ambitious. They're getting to their goals. And for them, it's important with not only how they feel, but how they look.
Mhm.
Every room you walk into, you want to command it. What does
Mhm.
that mean? That means you are shining God's light every room that you walk in. When you walk into a room and somebody sees that your body is toned, right away, that immediately shows that you have discipline,
Take
right?
pride in
And
yourself.
yes, and leaders want to buy from a disciplined leader, who immediately, it shows authority immediately.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes.
Shout
And a
out
lot
to
of
Young Teasy and Antonio. Antonio said great information. I love it. And Young
Thank
Teasy said
you.
he's been working on this slowly.
Yes. And I love that he said that, because a lot of times people want to see results so fast, tomorrow, right away. And realistically, that's not going to happen. But what will happen is, if you take it day by day, you focus on what you have to do today, the results are going to show. You're going to look up and you're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, I got my 4 workouts in this week. Let's go." You know what I mean? But here's the thing. If you aren't getting those workouts in, it's not going to happen. So trust yourself, trust the process, take it slow. Slow progress is better than no progress at all. It takes us 3,500 calories in 1 week to burn off 1 pound of fat. So when you think about that, just for that scale to come down one notch, we have to make sure that we're burning off 3,500 calories in that week. Well, if you take that number and you divide it by 7 days out of the week, well, that's 500 calories per day. So I always tell, my clients that I work with, your goal should be, get to that goal of burning off a minimum of 500 calories per day. So that way you get to that 1 to 2 pound down per week goal, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
So could you tell Real Life Topics audience how could they the things that you do provide? Of course, we just for the last 40 minutes know of what you are providing. But if anyone
Yeah.
wanted to get in contact with Dr. Brittany Ramsey, how could they get in contact with you?
Yes. So here's what I'll do, because you all have shown up on today's podcast. I want to gift everyone, even if they're, hearing this recording later, Steph and Kamisha, with
Yes.
a free health assessment. So what I'll have you all do to
Come and
connect with
receive
me,
my flowers.
yeah, I want to gift you all with a free health assessment. That can be anybody listening in. If you message me the word "it's time," that way I know that you were from this podcast. If you are on Facebook and LinkedIn, follow me and connect with me at Brittany Ramsey. So Facebook and LinkedIn, if you send me the message, the word "it's time" on Facebook and LinkedIn at Brittany Ramsey, I'll send you a free health assessment. So that way we can deep dive, see exactly where you are, and I can show you where you need to be. And then if you're on Instagram, if you message me the word "it's time," also, but you need to go to the real Misfit Brit. And so that's MISSFITBRITT, the real Misfit Brit. Message me the word "it's time," and so that way you can also receive that free health assessment. But yeah, I'll see exactly where you are, what's been some of your struggles right now, what's been holding you back, questions that you have regarding working out and your nutrition. As it relates to my programs, I have my 8 week snapback challenge, which is phenomenal, and then my 4 month transformation program. So, with my 8 week snapback challenge, that program allows you to tone your body from home. So, the priority is you literally using those dumbbells 4 days out of the week, where I give you access to my 30-minute pre recorded workout videos through my fitness app. And as I mentioned earlier, all you have to do is literally press play on today's date. Complete that 30-minute workout. You mark it as complete because we're tracking you. We don't let you go past 3 days of falling off. I also provide you with what to eat. So we start off by detoxing the body first, and then after 10 days of doing that, I immediately transition you into the 3 meals that I have you eat that I mentioned earlier. So that way you're staying balanced. Based off of where your current weight is, I customize where your calories need to be so you don't have to guess at all. And I also have a cool, like I said, mindset training that you get access to. We have a whole Facebook community as well. The Transformation 4 month program, you actually get access to both me and Coach Kelly that I mentioned, who's our registered dietitian. But that program, the priority is the gym. But the cool thing is that you also get access to my entire snapback program in that program as well. So no matter where you live, no matter what state, what city, what country, you can join in with us, and I'm ready to serve you all.
Yeah, so you guys hit up Dr. Brittany Ramsey. We're gonna put a link. We're gonna put a link, and we're gonna put a name where you guys can click on in the comments. It will be in the comments. But we are honored and grateful
Oh, thank
because
you.
to have Dr. Brittany Ramsey on Real Life Topics podcast, because of course our body is the most important thing on
Yes,
earth. We will be nowhere if our body is not functioning
that's right.
functioning correctly. We out there bad,
Yep,
period. We can't do
yep,
nothing for nobody and nowhere. We'll be in a hospital somewhere. So this is actually one of the most important things that's a part of life. And that's
yes,
making sure you have a healthy body. So you
yes.
guys make sure you hit up Dr. Brittany Ramsey. Again, the link will be in the comments. And we want to thank Dr. Brittany
Thank
Ramsey for coming
you.
to Real Life Topics podcast. We also want you guys to tune in to the Kimberly Patterson Show, which is coming up next on www.bigsradio.com. And Miss Kimberly Patterson is celebrating Women's Month because this is Women's Month.
Yes.
And she's going to have a special guest at 8 o'clock today, which is in a couple of more minutes with Crystal Driver. So make sure you
Wow.
guys go to bigsradio.com and check out the Kimberly Patterson Show. She's celebrating Women's Month. And of course, that's a very important month. This is a very important month for women's. And Real Life
Yes,
Topics is actually celebrating that as well. That's why we're making sure that we have people of importance on our show for the month of March, because health is wealth, in my
yes,
opinion.
yes.
Health is wealth.
Wow.
So make sure you guys tune in. And of course, Saturday, March 21st, Biggs Radio seminar, music seminar in South Bend, Indiana. If you guys want to check out or come on down, just make sure you go to www.biggsradio.com. And of course, the Rise to Fly. Shout out to Pastor Z. It's
Yeah.
the Rise to Fly Gala, Friday, March 20th. Please, if you get your tickets, if you want, it's one of the best galas in Bolingbrook, Illinois, guys. So please tune in to that as well. It's Real Life Topics Podcast. We have one of the best special guests on our show today. Make sure you guys check it out, Dr. Brittany Ramsey. And shout
Thank
out, Brittany,
you.
to your daughter. She was on
Oh,
Fox
thank
32
you.
yesterday. She was on Fox 32. She's an up and
Yes.
coming millionaire as well. So
My
shout
mini
out to
me.
Dr. Brittany Ramsey's daughter on
Thank
Fox
you.
32. And
Yes.
go on Brittany's page. If you need
Yeah.
anything, if you got to get that health, you got to get that snap back, hit up
Yes.
Dr. Ramsey. Thank you guys for tuning in
Thank
to Real Life Topics
you.
Podcast. Thank you so much,
Thank you for
Dr.
having
Brittany Ramsey,
me.
for joining Real Life Topics Podcast. It's Real Life Topics Podcast.